Howdy y'all, and welcome back to Dining Room Dance Party. Today, I have a very kind of interesting, different video for you. We are going to be touring my beautiful, lovely, wonderful room. I've never really given y'all a room tour, but I'm moving to New York, like literally next week. I'll probably post this by the time I'm already in New York. And to be completely honest, I think I have one of like the coolest rooms probably on the internet. And I've put so much time and effort into this. And I genuinely love it and just really want to show y'all. It's honestly, it's more for me. I want to be able to like look back on this in like, I don't know, a decade or something and be like, oh yeah, remember that beautiful room I had? So without further ado, let me kind of show you. Let me show you around the place. Come into my crib. Come in, take your shoes off, relax, put your bag down. Let's have some fun. You know, pull up a chair, drink a little coffee. I don't know, make yourself comfortable. I'll throw in some nice jazz. Let me give you a tour of the place. So I think we'll start in this corner of the room. Now, actually, I'll start with the. Oh my gosh, where do I even start? Let's start with the paneling on the walls. This paneling was very fun to put up. I had something very similar like it in my room before this, but all of these are basically plywood sheets from Home Depot, and I essentially just like stained all of them. And then I also bought this trim, this just plain square trim, and I stained that as well. The boards are actually screwed into the wall because they're too thin for just regular staples or nails to hold in. So I ended up screwing them in with, I don't know if you can tell that color, but it's like kind of like a brassy, like a brass kind of color. It's not perfect. There's some separation in the walls, but realistically, it's not something you really notice too much. So yeah, I really love how it turned out. This is also a pegboard next to my bed. I was originally going to do some fun stuff with that and like put a bunch of stuff, you know, in the pegs. But then I realized I didn't really want to do that. It just felt like it'd be a little bit too cluttered considering my room is already kind of crazy. So I just left it as it is. And honestly, I like the texture contrast against this. It's fun. I think in hindsight, knowing what I know now, I probably would have just continued this wood wall across this side, but you know, you live and you learn. All right, let's start with this part of the room now. I have my bed. I've never made my bed a day in my life, so I just wasn't gonna, you know, start now. I find it unnecessary and dumb. But yeah, the bed is in the corner. I used to have a twin bed, and then I was like, you know what? It's time to get a full. So we upgraded to a full bed. I also have this beautiful light. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. It is a Japanese paper lantern. I don't remember exactly what side I got it from, but it's in like this beautiful like coffee stained color. Here, let me take a step up on my bed. And it's got like this really cool shape. Like I know most of the paper lanterns are these big circles, but this has this kind of really cool like UFO shape almost. I really love it. And the color, I'll show all of these lights like at night, but for now I'm doing the daytime tour. Because I don't have a lot of space, but I have a lot of stuff. I also store a lot of things underneath my bed. This is basically my dirty clothes hamper. You know, I had to find a way to get creative. I have like my guitar, my amp. I have my lighting setup that I actually use for my YouTube videos, kind of somewhere all the way back there. This hydro flask is my baby. I wouldn't be me without some kind of water bottle, which is basically always a hydro flask. And it basically just lives here right next to my bed in case I need to drink water in the middle of the night. Moving on from the bed, I have these little books and this clock right next to my bed just because, I mean, I had them and I wanted to put them somewhere. So I was like, you know what, I might as well just put them on the floor. Nice little fun detail. As my room progressed, I think it probably would have been better to just not have those there, but oh well. Moving on to this corner of the room, let's just go piece by piece. This actual this side dresser thing, I got this at a flea market for literally $100. It's 3 pieces. It is all like vintage wood. I think it's from a German furniture company. I forget the name, but I believe it's an old German piece. Now, this is really funny because all of the doors, when I moved, I lost the key to them. So I literally had to put tape across all of these doors just so that I could close them, because like I said, I lost the keys, and like those aren't keys that you can just get, you know. Oh, and speaking of, I just kind of store stuff in there. So I have like pants and shorts in here. I have a bunch of t-shirts in there. And this door, like I said, I need to use tape. This door just doesn't stay closed. So eventually I just got annoyed and I just throw this roller, whatever you'd call it, I don't know. I just kind of throw this as a door jamb now because the tape just stopped holding. This is where I keep most of my jeans. And then it's got some nice storage next to it. I keep some books. These are a bunch of old Polaroids and whatnot. Yeah, just nice little shelving. You know, I probably could just throw those in there, but like, oh well. Moving up and around, we have my pride and joy, this beautiful Monstera. This baby is so gorgeous. I literally I can't get over how absolutely insane this thing is. And the fact that it's thriving in a room that gets almost no light is totally crazy to me. It even has a new growth right here. This little guy is new. It's just settling in and it's starting to become like fully developed. So we got a new growth there. And unfortunately we have this one. I'm not sure what happened to this guy, but I guess it just broke while it was growing. Sad, but you know, I'm sure it'll grow another one. I never ended up getting a vase or like a pot for it, but oh well. Now just kind of going in order, I have this donut lamp from IKEA. Again, I'll show it at night, but yeah, it's very beautiful light. Love that one. I have all these like these flea market wooden bowl things that I found to hold like my watches and my rings and my necklaces and stuff. Kind of random. It made sense in my old space, but I just have to use them for this now. I also have this clock, very helpful for, you know, telling the time as a clock does. I feel like I don't need to explain a clock. My Xbox and terrible cable management, and then I have this beautiful lamp from IKEA. This was one of my first like lighting purchases at my old room, and I kept it. It's technically a floor lamp, but I just think it looks really good on my desk. This is where I had it basically at the last spot, and it's fun. Like I feel like it fits very well. The spheres just feel like they fit very well in that area, and it provides pretty good light too. And then we also have this umbrella plant. This guy is awesome. He just refuses to die, even though I've put him through the worst conditions ever. It actually has grown a lot. I think I got it, I think it was about right down here-ish when I got it, and oh my god, that literally couldn't have been better timing. Anyways, he's doing all right, learning to live and grow, considering he again gets like almost no light, like virtually no light, and it's still thriving, which is crazy. My TV, and again, terrible cord management. I basically just always have all of my chargers kind of just hanging out. I mean, like I could have cleaned it up for the video, but like this is just realistically how I live. And then I keep like a bunch of glasses, and like this is basically like my knickknacks. Like there's my wallet and my Xbox stuff, and like you know, this is just like kind of the junk-ish drawer, but also not strictly junk drawer. My Darth Vader mug, this was given to me for my birthday, I think when I was in high school. It's like over 10 years ago. I love this thing. I mean, it's normally filled with water and it just sits there. I'm realizing now that I have a lot of water in a lot of places. But yeah, that's Darth Vader. We got the remote. This is actually really convenient. My remote kind of fits in this nice little slot. I have a little bit of OCD, so like the fact that it just fits here perfectly was honestly kind of really nice. Moving forward to this section, we have these two pieces. These are actually two separate pieces. Again, I got them at a flea market. Actually, all the furniture that's from a flea market is basically from the Long Beach flea market, I'm pretty sure. These are really gorgeous. They just are basically storage for me. Again, kind of junk storage-esque, but I have all of my camera equipment in this one. And then I also keep some board games kind of in the back. The rest of my board games are in my car right now, but yeah, and then this one stores just all my scarves and bandanas and basically gloves, kind of those kinds of accessories. Up top here, we got a few different things. We have this plant, which is just a really bizarre plant. This is a ball of moss, so it's not like in like a vase or anything. Like this is just a ball of moss, and like this is the plant. Like it's such a weird plant, but I love it. Again, it has grown a lot in the time that I've gotten it. I think it was like probably half this size. I probably should trim it down a little bit, but I really like the leaves, so I kind of just leave them. It's got a few new growths also, so this guy, happy, healthy. Candle, incense burner, both, you know, pretty fun. This is actually from Ralph Lauren. This is one of my favorite candles I've ever gotten. The smell is incredible, but they didn't tell me what the smell was, so I don't know how to buy another one. Also from Ralph Lauren, I got these like little ballet, hold on, these pointed ballet shoes. I got these in New York. They are like literally for the small, I mean, look at that. This is like a 6.5 in women's, but they're just super beautiful. I've always loved the color, and I think it goes really well with my room. So I kind of just throw them out and leave them on the table because I think they just look nice. This is my air purifier, purifying the air because I do not like dust. My nose really, really hates dust. And this thing makes a huge difference, like genuinely a huge difference. Now we have this plant right here. This is maybe one of my favorite plants. I love him. He's just like, he's a mini tree. Like it's so fun. It's like a little mini forest in here. And I love this plant. Something about it, I just adore him so much. I don't know if anybody follows my TikTok, but if you do, you'd remember when I shattered the original pot that it was in. The original pot that this used to be in was the coolest vintage pot I had ever found in my life. And one day while I was cleaning my room, because I clean every Sunday, I I put it on the edge of my bed because I had to dust under here. And then I went around to my garage, and I came back from my garage and I walked into the plant just lying on the floor, vase shattered. I couldn't believe it. I was literally mortified. I still haven't recovered. I think about it all the time. This pot is beautiful and like it's grown on me, but you know, this is the next section. Let's start with the art gallery wall. This is one of my favorite things to do in any room. I love art. I love paintings. I got this one out in Nashville, I think, thrifting with my parents. That is a cut from a newspaper excerpt that I got in Nice, France. This dude I call Blue Hat Guy, just because, you know, it's a guy in a blue. I'm actually not sure if it's a girl, to be honest, but this one is beautiful. I had it custom framed in just this very simple wood framing. I love this thing. I think it's super beautiful. Sometimes I like to think that he like watches over me at night, just protects the room, makes sure everything's safe. And actually, we do have something to talk about for that later, but I'll save that for later. Ralph Lauren gifted me this tiny little cashmere sweater. This is actually cashmere, funny enough. So I just framed it in an IKEA frame. This one is from Montana that I thrifted with my best friend's family. This one, Long Beach Flea Market. This is so cool. This is like a pencil, or I think it's actually might be a crayon drawing, but a crayon drawing of an apple. It's beautiful. The frame is beautiful. This is like, I was so excited to buy this. I think it looks so great. Like on the wall, it just looks so good. It's so good. It's such a good painting. This one also, Long Beach Flea, very beautiful painting of Paris. Another Montana thrift find with the best friend. This one is also Long Beach, I believe. And I think this one's also Long Beach. This one right here, also from Long Beach. This one is so cool. It's just kind of hard to hang because it's so vertical, but I love this one. It's just stunning. The colors are exquisite. The framing is beautiful. Like even the holder for it, this painting is just amazing. I also have another painting just kind of sitting here on the floor. This one is beautiful. Again, Long Beach Flea, but like, look at the frame on it. The frame is just so disgustingly amazing. The painting itself is really beautiful. It's one of the things that drew me to it. I really love like real paintings, and like this is like an actual hand painting. It's not like a print or anything. Like I can see and feel the brush strokes of this painting. It's gorgeous. I love this dude, and I think it just fits perfectly right there sitting against the wall. I have my guitar right here, and then next to that we have this fun little plant too. This guy I think is from the Rose Bowl. It's got this very interesting kind of pot and just shape. I really like the long stem kind of weird plants. I don't really know what genre of plant you'd call this, but I really like them, and I'll get into this in a second, but this top piece is not attached. So I've knocked this thing over and spilled this plant maybe 15 times. I cannot even believe that he's alive and also growing. I've had to repot it like literally like 13 times because all I do is just knock this thing over like once a week. We have my little library of just some different books that I have, and I actually just got this guy from a flea market yesterday. It is so fun. Look at it. It's a wood horse carving, and this is like a coat. It's got like a coat on it, and it's so fun. I knew I had to have it. Even though I'm moving, this is gonna go with me to New York, so I like to name things. I've been trying to debate a name for him, so let me know your opinions in the comments. I was thinking Lester. I feel like Lester really fits him. I like the name Lester for him. I don't know. Does he look like a Lester to y'all? Let me know. Yeah, anyways, you'll find a lovely spot in the new home. Moving on to the shoe rack. I have all of these shoes in here, just, you know, shoes, whatever. This shoe rack is basically IKEA. This frame is from IKEA. It's like the extra big shoe rack, and this is just a piece of like birch wood from Home Depot. It's probably about 4 times the size of this, but I just cut it and sanded the edges, and then I just threw it on top. So like I said, it's not bolted down or anything. It's literally just sitting, like I think you can see right here, it's just sitting on top of the frame. Definitely not sturdy, but you know, if you're careful around it, then it's okay. Moving right along, we have my very, very wonderful friend. Everybody, I'd like to introduce you to Marvin. Marvin is amazing. He holds my keys for me. He is such a good friend to me, a very, very valiant soldier, and he just looks so cool. Look at, and oh, almost forgot. How could I forget? This is MJ down here, aka Marvin Jr. MJ joined us recently. He joined the crew, and he's definitely taken a liking to Marvin. So he kind of just sits and hangs out with Marvin all day. We have my closet. I'm sure a lot of y'all are interested in that. We kind of have junk up top. This is basically button-up shirts, and then this is like jackets. Another IKEA shoe rack with even more shoes because I have a disgusting amount of shoes. My little step stool because I can't reach up here. It's too tall. It's too far away. And then if we go ahead to the other side, we have all of my long coats. I kind of throw some extra bags under there. And I had to come up with a way to store my boxers and my socks and everything. And so I ended up just getting this thing, and I'll just pull it in and out and then open drawers as I need. You gotta find ways to get creative when you have a lot of stuff and like, well, just too much stuff. I have enough space, but you know, just way too much stuff. These are all of my knit sweaters specifically. I had to get rid of a lot of them because that's just what would fit. And again, OCD does not allow my brain to store any kind of knit sweaters outside of here. So every time I get a new knit sweater, I have to get rid of one or else my brain freaks out. Hats, shirts, and I think I already said long coats. Now, right next to the closet, we have this guy right here. This, it might be my first plant ever. I can't recall. I think he's one of my oldest plants of all time though. This dude is an absolute beast. I have knocked off a few of these cluster of branches a few times on accident. He thrives in like these low light conditions, so it's really awesome. He's kind of in a dark corner. He gets basically no sunlight and it just continues to grow. I think when I got him, he was the same height as me, about like right here, and now he's grown all the way up there. Also sprouted like a couple new stalks in the meantime, a couple new little guys down there. Like, this dude is a trooper, and he looks beautiful. Like, I love him. I love him so much. He's a wonderful. Alrighty, now we have mirror so that I can see myself and make sure that I don't always look tragic. This is just a big old mirror from IKEA. I love this thing. It's like, look, I mean, it's full body. It's great. It's a wonderful mirror. I have a little mini mirror right next to him. I made this in Nashville with my family when I was out there visiting for Christmas. We got to smash up these plates and then turn them into like our own frame. And they had like a bunch of different shapes. I chose a mirror because I thought it'd be fun. I actually was gonna hang it on my wall, but then realized I didn't really like it on my wall, so I just put the mirror on the mirror. And I really like him. He's really fun, interesting, like very eclectic. And I like eclectic. Another IKEA lamp right here. This thing is just like a great space lamp. It's not space, but like it lights my space very well. Very bright. It's also got a book light. I've never really made use of it. I really only bought the lamp for this light up top here, but really, really love this. I am thrilled with this purchase. Probably one of my favorite lighting purchases. And coming along towards the end of the tour, we have this fun little side table. I think this is from West Elm. I don't remember actually, but this thing's so cool. Look at it. It's got like all these little, I don't know, I guess shelves or slats, circular slats, something like that. I don't know. This light is so cool. This, I wish I could remember where I got this. I think I got this from Downtown Modernism about a year ago, I believe, but this thing is, it's so fun. Look at him. He's just like a little dude. He kind of reminds me of the Pixar lamp, I guess. He's just like a little guy, you know, and he's fun. He's fun. And speaking of little guys, we have this little guy right here. Now this dude, I call Mr. Thinkerman. I feel like the name does not really need to be explained that much, but he just sits here and he thinks. He contemplates. He ponders, and then he does it all again. And he likes to do that on top of my stack of magazines. I have like Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, Art Digest, and I think a few random Japanese ones in there too. But yeah, this is just like a pile of magazines. Oh, and then this thing that he's on top of too, this was another Long Beach flea find. Really, really love this side table. I think it really just came together perfectly in this space. And on top of that, we have my pride and joy plant next to this guy, of course. You know what, honestly, I love all my plants. I love all of them a lot. This guy has a special place in my heart. It is a Thai constellation monstera. It is absolutely breathtaking, and I just repotted him in this gorgeous yellow pot. I love the color of this. I mean, look at it. He also just grew a new leaf. This guy is just brand new and still kind of developing, but yeah, he is having a great time, doing great, well, happy, and I couldn't be happier for him. This was like a nice smell thing that I had for a while, but I'm realizing now that it's actually empty. So perfect timing because, you know, I'm moving. It probably like ran out like last week. And for our last little surprise, I don't know if y'all will be able to see this. I don't know. Here, let me stand back a little bit. Take a few seconds and see if you can find the surprise. He's hidden pretty well. He's hidden pretty well. I'll give you like, just a few more seconds. Or just take a look. Anybody see anything that stands out to them? Some of you might have spotted this little guy all the way up here, this is the lieutenant. Now I was talking earlier about Mr. Blue Hat guy over there, how Blue Hat guy kind of like keeps me safe and stuff. The lieutenant always watches over my room. He's always chilling up there in his guard post, just kind of watching over things, you know, making sure everything's safe and safe and sound and other words. And every Sunday I clean my room, I dust everything, I vacuum everything, I put things away. Well, I guess that would just be called cleaning. But after I do all of that, I dust off the lieutenant, I put him back, and then I salute him. Lieutenant? And that's kind of my weekly routine with him, you know, just to make sure he feels respected and valued because he's doing an important job. And that's the room. I've put so much work into this. I've only been here for 9 months. I knew I was gonna be here for 9 months, but I think it's important to live in spaces that you love. And even though like I'm moving and I was well aware that I was gonna move and get rid of all this stuff a long time ago, I still found it worth it and I don't regret it. And if I could do it again, I would. But real quick before we go, I will also show you my bathroom because my bathroom's like not as cool as the rest of the room, but it's still pretty cool. Now there's not a ton to see in here. The bathroom is pretty whatever, but this is her. It was absolutely disgusting when I got in here. I never really cared that much because it is, you know, just a bathroom after all, but it's got this really disgusting like beige kind of whatever coloring that I really wasn't a fan of. Actually, speaking of, I have these disgusting gray fake hardwood they're not even hardwood, they're fake like plastic floors. The walls were literally like the same shade as this floor and I had to repaint everything white. I repainted this entire room white. Like I said, dedication. In here we have a few things. I have these little knickknacks just to make the space a little bit nicer. Again, more good smells, some candles, another candle. This is one of my favorite scents I've ever had. I do love this candle a lot and I will be purchasing another one. The hand towel holder thing actually broke off last week, so phenomenal timing on that. And then I added some yellow like little floor mats because I just felt like the room could use the color. Like again, it's so disgusting and bare and like I like this color with it. I think it's a nice bright fun pop of yellow and I have loved it and I completely stand by this decision. Other than that, it's just the shower curtain and that's like that. Well, you know what, people might get mad if I don't show the shower, so the shower is also kind of whatever, you know, it's just a shower. Oh, but I did have a bathtub too, and that was fun. I have a few nights like where I like to just sit in the bathtub and then I'll throw my computer on the toilet here. It's really nice, you know, just take a warm bath, watch like some Studio Ghibli or something. Really great time. And that's basically it for the inside of the room. I will be back to show you what it looks like at night because I think it looks really fun with all of the lights on. It's very just like, it's a really nice vibe in here. So I'll be back in a second. I'll be back in literally 1 second to show you. Alrighty, we're back. It's night. I have to be quiet because it's actually 2 in the morning and my walls are kind of thin so my roommates can hear me. As I was saying, there's light 1 and then we come over here and normally I'll go for this light right here. Nice, beautiful, warm light. And then we have this one also pretty warm as well. And then finally behind my plants, I have a switch back here and that turns on this light and this light as well. So this is how my room ends up looking. It looks a lot brighter on the camera. I'm realizing that right now because the camera's ISO settings are trying to compensate for that. But it's very nicely lit in here. Again, I'm realizing my camera's trying to auto balance everything so it looks a little bit colder than it actually is. All of these are pretty warm except for this one's probably the coldest out of all of the lights, but it's still pretty warm. And normally the way I do it is right after the sun goes down, I'll start with all the lights on just to keep it kind of bright in my room. And then I will go ahead and turn these two off right here. And once those are off, I'll kind of chill in the room for a little bit with these lights on. It's just a little bit darker in here, a little bit nicer. And then as the night progresses and I get closer to bed, I'll turn off these 2 lights right here. And I'll normally just stick with this light in the corner. And then the more we wind down, I'll just slowly dim this as we go. And eventually it'll be pretty dim right before I go to bed, just kind of helping me to, you know, get ready to sleep. Although y'all can't tell because again, my camera's trying to adjust. But that is the room tour. Let me know what y'all think. I have had so much fun living in this room. It has been literally just the most fun thing ever to decorate. Like I said, I love interior design and I'm just so proud of how it turned out. I couldn't have asked for anything better. And I hope y'all take inspiration from it. And I hope that your rooms become, I don't know, maybe a little bit more fun or exciting, or maybe you decide to take a risk and try something new because it's fun. Even if you're only going to be at a place for a short time. Like I was only here for 9 months and I knew I was going to probably only be here for 9 months, but you know, it's still worth it because it's nice to live in a place that you love, you know? Anyways, this has been Dining Room Dance Party. As always, I love y'all so much. I will see you in the next one, and bye-bye.